Hello my friends and welcome to our 10th episode of Tech Tuesday. If you still may not know who I am, my name is TheJoshuaHaynes, and every Tuesday I talk about technology to make your life a lot simpler. Today I'm dedicating this video to my creative followers who are interested in starting their own YouTube channel. First off, I would like to say congratulations for making the decision to actually want to start your own YouTube channel. A lot of people do not want to do it. It's not for everyone, but making that first decision to actually want to start creating your own content is a big step. So congratulations to you. Over the past weeks, I've been getting specific questions regarding what gear or equipment people should buy to start their own YouTube channel. So if you're one of these people, this video is primarily for you, and I want to get into what are some of the things that I look for when purchasing a video camera, specifically for YouTube content. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here are some of the top features I look for when I am purchasing a videography camera. The first thing I look for when I'm purchasing a camera is, does it have a flip out screen? This is very important. It may not seem as important as it is right now, but when you are recording in the moment, you do want to make sure you are A, in focus, B, your exposure is correct, and C, you actually recording when you are thinking you're recording. Sometimes you think you're recording but you haven't pressed the record button, or you pressed it but it's not fully pushed down, so you're not recording at all. So having a flip out screen is very important so that you know before you start talking on the camera, you know that okay, it is recording, I'm in focus, and I'm exposed properly. So flip out screen is my first thing that I would recommend. The second thing I would look for when purchasing a camera is to have a camera that gives you the opportunity to have a mic input. Audio is very important when having any type of video content. If you don't have crisp audio, people aren't as interested, no matter how great or how sharp the picture looks. I've learned this through trial and error, even with my own YouTube videos. If you have a sharp picture but poor audio, a lot of people will lose interest immediately because it'll be hard for them to dictate exactly what you're saying, or it'll just be not crisp enough and professional enough for them to even have interest in your video. Having a camera that has a wide angle lens as well as a low aperture is what I would look for when I am trying to buy a camera that's versatile for what I want to use for YouTubing. Because sometimes, depending on the lighting situation, you will have to use a low aperture setting so that you could actually be seen clearly without having a high ISO or high noise in your picture. So less grain for your picture. So having a camera that has wide angle lenses and a low aperture is very important for me. For those who aren't familiar with aperture, lower aperture like f1.8 allows more light to pass through the lens and yields shallow depth of field. In comparison, when increasing higher aperture numbers like f8, this will block light while yielding wider depth of field. So having a camera that allows you to adjust the aperture and change the lenses is very important for me, and I strongly consider it even for the beginner vlogger or beginner YouTuber that may not have any type of videography equipment or any camera experience. This is something you'll appreciate as you increase your knowledge in videography and photography, but purchasing the proper equipment, even just to start, is essential for your growth and allows you to have more control for the future. Number 4, stabilization. Vloggers in particularly are always on the go, and you often see them literally holding the camera and walking and talking. When you're walking and talking, this causes your hand to shake. As much as you think you will keep your hand still, of course you're going to shake the camera and the frame. But having a camera that has a built-in stabilization in the software helps reduce some of that shake level extremely. So purchasing a camera that has this built-in stabilization software is an absolute must. Number 5, good resolution. With technology increasing, I would hate for you to box yourself in already with a 1080p only camera that shoots only 1080p. You're making a new purchase, and I want to make sure you have all the tools that you would need in now as well as the future. And with technology increasing, a lot of people are shooting with 4K resolution, even higher than 4K. But starting with 4K is a good option, especially when beginning, because you could always shoot in 1080p if that's something you wanted to do initially, but you could always have the option to shoot in 4K if the time was right for you to do it. Alright, so hopefully these features gives you a great head start for finding a camera that meets your specific needs. I've also created a YouTube creator kit on my kit page that features products that I highly suggest you to look into if the 5 features that I mentioned above are something that you actually want to consider when purchasing a camera. I featured a camera that meets all of these 5 requirements that I look for when I'm purchasing a camera. And I also included other equipment that you would need when trying to produce good quality content on YouTube. So feel free to give the kit a chance, check it out. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Also let me know any feedback that you may have in regards to this video. I look forward to hearing from you soon. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Tech Tuesday. See you later.